Hello students, welcome again. Today in this session I am going to discuss about the science 10th lesson, that is respiration organisms, chapter number 10, respiration organisms. So you can start the second sem science from the chapter number 10. In first sem you learned about nutrition plants and nutrition animals, whereas trees and plants are the primary source of energy because they contain chlorophyll and they prepare food for themselves. They are the primary producers and many herbivores are depend upon trees and plants, and many carnivores depends upon herbivores, so they are the primary producers. So before starting this lesson, let's assume one situation where it requires you to run very fast, or sometimes you work very hard. Whenever we work very hard or whenever we run for a short distance, our heartbeat increases as well as the rate of our breathing also increases. So why the hard work or is compared or connected with our breathing rate? Our breathing rate always increases. Breathing style as well as rate, you can say, it increases whenever we run for a short distance, or it may be for long distance, whatever it may be. Whenever we spend too much energy on any work, automatically our breathing rate increases, or indirectly the heartbeat also increases. Why this happens? Why running makes a person breathe faster? Okay, why? Because the reason is breathing is a part of respiration. Breathing is a part of respiration. Breathing is a part of respiration. Look, both are different. Breathing is different, respiration is different, but breathing is a small part in the respiration procedure. If respiration is the complete procedure, in this the breathing plays a small part. That's it. Okay, you can't say respiration is breathing is only the respiration. Both are they are not synonymous, but they are relative to each other. Breathing is connected with the respiration. Okay, but you can't say breathing is a complete respiration. Breathing is just a part of a respiration. Okay, and why do we respire? Then comes, what do you mean by respiration? Why do we respire? What do you mean by respiration? The respiration means whenever we run, our breathing rate increases. And we know that breathing is a part of respiration. Now I am searching the answer. Whenever we do some hard work, whenever we run for some short distance, our breathing rate increases. And breathing means what? One inhalation and one exhale. Whenever you take oxygen rich air into your body, it is known as an inhale. And whenever you leave the carbon dioxide rich air from your body is known as inhale or inhalation. So one inhale and one exhale together forms one breath. So how breathing is a part of respiration? Then the question is, what do you mean by respiration? Respiration is nothing but respiration is the breakdown of food. So breakdown of a food into energy. What do you mean by respiration? Respiration is a process of breakdown of a food, breakdown of a food into energy. Whenever we run, we need a more energy, and that more energy is provided by the body by breakdowning the food which is present in our body. Okay, food means what? Carbohydrates, fats, proteins. By breaking all those, we get the energy. So the breakdown of a food into energy is known as a respiration. And so where this respiration takes place, do we have any separate organ for it? Okay, suppose if I take an example of a electric vehicle or electric car. Okay, all other parts are steering, is their wheel, every part is at its own place. For each and every part, the power is provided by the battery. There is a separate part for it. There is a separate instrument called battery which provides energy for the whole car or a bike. But do we have any? Then the respiration is a process. Respiration is a process by which we get energy. Okay, the breakdown of food into energy. If this process doesn't take place, we will not get any energy. So, do we have any separate organ for this respiration process? The question arises. There is a separate parts to breathe for breathing process. We have nose, windpipe, lungs are involved in the breathing process. For digestion of a food, we have a whole digestive system. Once the digestion takes place and the food dissolved into the blood, like that is a glucose. Whenever glucose dissolved into the blood, do we have any separate organs to convert that glucose into energy? Food means what? Glucose only. Finally, each and every carbohydrate types are converted to glucose only. Do we have any part? No. Each and every cell which is performing different functions in our body. Suppose the skin is made up of different cells. It has a specific function of protecting the body from the outside temperature, okay, moisture, microorganisms. It has to provide certain shape to the body. We have brain cells, muscle cells, bone cells. Okay, different organs have different types of cells, but each and every cell has one specific pattern. They have a specific parts, organelles. These few organelles are very much fixed, and every cell performs its own activity, like nutrition. Every cell. What do you mean by cell? Cell is the most basic and structural as well as functional unit of life. Whenever you take any part of our body, and if you put it into the microscope, you can see hundreds, billions of cells. Okay, our body is made up of billions of cells, and cell is the most basic and functional, structural as well as functional unit of our body. And every cell has to perform the few functions, like nutrition. Nutrition means consumption of a food and converting it into energy is known as nutrition. Okay, nutrition, transport, excretion, reproduction. Excretion means what? Excretion means to remove the waste out of the cell, and reproduction means to produce new cells. Whenever the cells gets old or in its mature stage, it produces a new cell. So all these these are the functions which has to be carried out by each and every cell. To carry out these all functions, the cell needs energy. Okay, the cell needs energy, and cell gets a food from the blood, because after digestion what happens? The glucose is dissolved into the blood, and blood which is rich in glucose, or the blood carries the glucose molecules throughout our body, and whenever the cell gets that glucose molecules, it is converted into energy, and the procedure is known as a respiration. Means each and every cell has to go through the respiration procedure. Okay, every cell has to respire. Every cell has to respire to survive, and it is known as cellular respiration. What do you mean? Cellular respiration. We don't have a separate organs. Okay, we don't have a separate organ system to convert food into energy. Instead of that, each and every cell is converting glucose into energy inside its cell only by doing the cellular respiration. And the organelle which is present inside the cell, which is responsible for cellular respiration, is a mitochondria. Mitochondria is a organelle which converts the glucose into energy inside the cell only. Then it is known as cellular respiration. Okay, cellular respiration. And for the cellular respiration, oxygen is needed, and that oxygen which is needed for a cellular respiration is also provided by the blood only. Okay, blood. And the whole procedure is known as cellular respiration. So in respiration, 2 to 3 types are there. So whenever a cell converts a glucose into energy in the presence of oxygen, it is known as aerobic respiration. The process of breakdown of food in the cell is known as a cellular respiration. So whenever glucose is split, a chemical reaction takes place where glucose is split into or converted into energy in the organelle called mitochondria in the cell in the presence of oxygen. In the presence of oxygen, O2 means oxygen. Then glucose will be converted into energy plus carbon dioxide plus H2O, water. Whenever glucose is converted into energy in the presence of oxygen, we always get glucose is split into 3 products, that is energy, carbon dioxide and H2O. H2O and energy are helpful for the body, and CO2 is not useful for the body, and it is removed out of the body by exhalation. Whenever we take oxygen into the body by inhalation, that oxygen is provided. Okay, after the respiration, what happens? CO2 is the unwanted byproduct, which is removed out of the body by exhalation. Okay, inhale, exhale. Therefore, breathing is very important for the respiration. Without breathing, you can't provide this oxygen, and you can't remove CO2 out of your body. Okay, so breathing is an important part of the respiration, and this type of respiration is known as aerobic respiration. Why it is called as aerobic respiration? It is taking in the presence of glucose is converted into energy in the presence of oxygen. It is known as aerobic respiration. And here always the energy production is more, and in almost all developed living organisms like human beings, animals, trees, plants, multicellular organisms, we all are come under multicellular, many celled organisms. Okay, all multicellular organisms, most of the multicellular organisms are adapted to the aerobic respiration. And one more comes where glucose is converted into energy in the absence. This is in the presence. Okay, in the presence. This is in the presence of O2, this is in the absence of O2. Means oxygen is not provided here. And if the glucose is converted or splits, if glucose is splits into many parts in the absence of O2, O2 is not provided, then it is converted into energy plus alcohol plus CO2. Energy plus alcohol into CO2. Here look, the products are different. Energy is there, CO2 is there. Instead of water, alcohol is the new product, and it is not, it don't takes place in any multicellular organism. It only takes place in the case of yeast. Yeast is a single celled microorganism. Yeast, it takes place in yeast. Yeast is used in many preparation of many bakery items. Okay, and yeast is the main microorganism in the preparation of alcohol. Many alcohol products are made with the help of this single celled microorganism. It is a single celled microorganism. It looks in the microscope, it almost looks like this, yeast. Okay, if you, the work of the yeast is to eat the glucose and to convert it into three products. Energy is utilized by the yeast cell. Alcohol and CO2 are the byproducts. It removes alcohol plus CO2. Okay, and by using this trick only, how you can convert any grains into alcohol. Okay, it takes place only in case of yeast, and this is known as anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration. Why it is called anaerobic respiration? The opposite word of aerobic is anaerobic. Aerobic takes in the presence of O2, whereas anaerobic respiration takes in the absence of O2. And the question arises, in human beings or many other animals, anaerobic respiration takes place only in few cases. Only in a few cases that takes place in muscle cells. Okay, that takes place in a muscle cell where glucose is splits in the absence of O2. And muscles, where these muscle cells are placed, wherever muscles are there, muscle cells are placed. So whenever we do any hard work, okay, whenever we need to run a very long distance, we have to, in case of extreme workout, I can say, in case of extreme workout, what happens, our energy demand is very high, but our body is not capable to supply that much of oxygen at the right time. But the mind is giving order, the work is very important. Suppose if you are just taking one round in any forest, suddenly a wild animal comes in front of you, what happens? Without thinking too much, you need to run out of that. You need to run, that is in a very fast way, because you want to save your life. In that case, what happens? You put lot of pressures on your muscles to do one certain task, but our body, our breathing rate is not sufficient to provide oxygen at that right time. But work is very important at that time. Muscle cells, what the muscle cells will do? Muscle cells will break down this glucose. They will just break down this glucose in the absence of O2, because our breathing rate is not appropriate to provide oxygen at the right time to each and every cell. But in this case, alcohol is not produced. Energy plus lactic acid. Why? Because we are not yeast. Yeast is the only single celled microorganism that can convert glucose into energy plus alcohol into CO2, that is in the absence of O2. This is the capacity, it's a special thing about yeast. But in muscle cells is completely different from yeast. It is just a cell. It doesn't have that much of capacity. So therefore glucose is split into energy and lactic acid. It is an acid. So what happens, this lactic acid is a somewhere accumulates in the muscles, and this lactic acid creates a small pain in your body, that is known as a muscle cramps. Whenever you do any hard work, suddenly muscles are little bit pained for 2 to 3 days. You can feel the pain of muscles for 2 to 3 days whenever you do any hard work suddenly. So and that pain is because of the accumulation of lactic acid. That accumulation, somewhere lactic acid is accumulated in your cell, and that lactic acid is creating a pain, or you are feeling pain because of this lactic acid. Okay. Then how this lactic acid is removed? You can remove this unwanted lactic acid from your body by increasing the blood supply. By how you can increase the blood supply? By massaging, or by taking a hot showers, hot bath, or oil bath showers. What happens? You are increasing the blood flow in your body, and that increased blood flow will remove lactic acid out of your body, and you can feel the reliefness. Okay, so this is the way. So in few cases the anaerobic respiration also takes in human body and other animals. Only in case of muscle cells, that is to an extreme condition. Suddenly if you join any gym and your gym instructor asks you to lift heavy weights suddenly, but beginning you will not feel that pain because lactic acid is not accumulated in your body. So for 2 days you will lift heavy weights continuously. On third day or fourth day, suddenly you start feeling somewhere pain in your muscles. That is because of the breakdown of your muscle cells also, and it is also because of the accumulation of lactic acid in the muscle cells. Okay, and the way to remove this lactic acid is to take a hot water bath, or you can massage your body. If you increase the blood flow in that particular area, it will cleanse your body and you can feel the reliefness. So this is all about our respiration. In the next class, look into the next upcoming, that is a breathing. Okay, breathing. What do you mean by breathing rate? Breathing is also very simple. What do you mean by one breath? The intake of air into your body is known as inhalation. If you take air inside your body, that is your lungs are extended, the air get into your lungs, it is known as inhale or inhalation. And whenever you remove some air out of your body, is an exhalation. One inhalation, one exhalation together makes a one breath. Okay, and how many breaths for 1 minute is known as breath rate. Okay, breath rate. And breathing rate you can say how many breaths you take for 1 minute depends upon your age, your body, and the type of work you are doing, and your health condition. Okay, if I am sitting at one point and doing some table work, my breathing rate will be very moderate, and suddenly if I start working very hard, my breathing rate will increase because my body is using more energy. Okay, and the small children's breathing rate is very high because they are in the development stage and they need more and more food as well as more oxygen. And the adults breathing rate is at a constant phase. The old people's breathing rate is little bit decreased. Okay. And if you are sick, if you are suffering from fever, cold, cough, then your breathing rate is increased because the body is working very hard to cure that particular disease. So this is therefore breathing rate is not constant. It varies according to the person, height, weight, health, it's a type of work, type of food he is eating, okay, in which environment he is living. All these factors decide the breathing rate. Okay, I will look into the breathing rate in next session. Till then you can read the lesson one more time, read 2-3 paras, and if you have any doubts you can ask. Thank you and all, have a nice day. Bye.